you are a fan of Kingdom Come, that is the comic series, there was a documentary that was financed on, it was a Kickstarter. It was a Kickstarter for this documentary. And let me, if you don't know Kingdom Come, it is in terms of comic book history, it's one of the most important.
69.
Right up there with Watchmen, right up there with The Dark Knight Returns, something that caused shockwaves. And I think part of the reason that there are movie versions, epic movie versions of superhero stories in the modern age is because of these comics. These comics brought a reality. Watchmen did, even though it's not about Superman per se, it really is. I mean, there were sort of characters that were stand-ins for other DC characters. The Dark Knight Returns made it possible for Tim Burton to make a serious Batman movie, because then everything was pow, blam, blap, whatever. It was the cartoony Batman. And The Dark Knight Returns, Frank Miller's comic, that changed things. Kingdom Come also did that. Let's take a look at the trailer for this, because guess what? It's coming to theaters. And I assume VOD, because everything comes to VOD. So I'm sharing it now. Let's take a look, Alan.
There fell a great star from heaven, and I beheld and heard an angel.
I remember when The Dark Knight Returns came out. I remember when Watchmen came out. So of course I remember when Kingdom Come came out.
Kingdom Come is 4 separate issues, 48 pages apiece. It was an all-immersive kind of lifestyle for me.
It blew people away. I mean, this was the most sought-after book there was.
This was something very new, very different.
No one had seen anything like that at that scale before.
It was amazing.
I never thought from anything that people would still be talking about this book 25 years later.
There were voices and lightnings and thunderings. This was my dream.
What makes Alex Ross art stand out from the others is his approach to realism.
You think of a Superman, you're thinking of the Alex Ross Superman.
It almost looked like Renaissance paintings that we were told these were the masters. Alex was taking some of those techniques and applying them to superheroes.
1938, DC released the first issue of Action Comics, the magazine that introduced Superman.
It gives you motion, it gives you expression, all in like a little magazine that you can afford.
Comic art would abstract the human form in a way that was very inspiring to me as a young person, and something I would imitate for my whole life.
Wish fulfillment. This is power fantasy. If I just had the abilities to do these things and make the world a better place, I could do it.
He makes them look like real live superheroes. They look like Olympian gods.
You gotta have the balance of the eyes perfect.
Let me tell you the story of Kingdom Come, page for page, panel for panel.
It was such a huge, epic story.
The DC fans, when he did their favorite characters, and then they came back to save the world one more time, just minds blown.
I see a shot that is, I know, since it was like a pencil layout through final rendering, and then I see it on a bus ad or a poster or a shot setup, I'm going like,
oh, totally. You totally see Alex's influence.
The way material unfolds, the shadows, the angst of the character, the history of the character. I mean, he's like, Stellar Adler. He's the master class of how you approach comics. This is a true art form.
It would weigh on us the way it would be perceived, but I always had this sense of like, oh, I'm making a legend right now.
Yeah, Alan, this is you have to pick up that comic. They're collected.
Okay, you're bringing up traumatic memories for me.
Why?
Well, look, in the late 80s, early 90s, if you didn't buy the comic the day it came out, you were never going to get that.
They would sell out. Like Dark Knight Returns. You don't know. The third issue
Death
of
of Superman. Death of Superman.
Yeah, but the third issue of The Dark Knight Returns was delayed. for various reasons. It drove people crazy. The first two came out kind of, it was
it was the setup for the whole story.
But then it got to this delay. People took like a year for the Dark Knight Returns to all come out. But it was, oh my God, it was such a I don't know, it was just it changed so many things about how people perceive. I'll tell you this, there would be no Zack Snyderverse without Kingdom Come. You can go to the website Legend of Kingdom Come. You can actually get the movie, but it's playing in theaters. There'll be special screenings of it, but you can actually just go to it. I have not seen this documentary, but the idea that it's coming to theaters, I'm super excited.
Just Alex Ross alone makes me want to see this.
Yeah, so it's playing in Chicago Saturday, May 10th, Saturday, May 17th at the Lake Como Comic Art Festival. So there are screenings, but if you go to the website, you can just get it or find out. But I'm just pumped that this is getting its due. So go to the legendofkingdomcome.com is the website. So there you go.
Movie